What up, guys? It's your boy the Iconic Knight, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be discussing the 1.3 update that just came out a few days ago on Undisputed. I released an initial first impression slash thoughts video and kind of went off on a rant because in the midst of me playing this new update, I ran into a big bug. So in the process of me fainting a right straight, my character got stuck to the goddamn canvas, couldn't move, and I couldn't put my hands up for about 5 seconds. So I went on a super rant talking about how you shouldn't buy this game, you shouldn't pay for this game, and that was pretty much that was it for me. Dead in the water at that point. And I thought about it the next day. I was like, you know what? Let me give this game a little bit of a little more of a fair shake, right? I can't just go off of 2 or 3 matches that I've played and really gather full comprehensive thoughts on an update and its quality. So I jumped back in Undisputed, had a couple more matches, played for a couple more hours, and finally kind of developed my thoughts in full here. So kind of piggybacking off of the first video, I don't think you should buy Undisputed. I don't think you should waste your money on this game, and I don't think you should buy the DLC. I think it's absolutely disgusting that they even released a $20 DLC and try to charge the customers for this additional content with the state of the game being what it is, right? I don't want to retread the same points. I spoke about that in the impression video, but I did want to give its fair due because there are some positives here that I didn't really touch on in that first video, so I want to get to that in this one. And then I also want to map out where I believe Undisputed could course correct, if not for this game, then for the second iteration. So in terms of the positives of the update, hit registration has massively improved from the prior build, 100%. Body shots are landing more, power body shots are landing more, combinations are definitely hitting and impacting the opponent a lot more frequently than it did before. So that's 100% a plus on their side. They took steps in the right direction in changing that, and I think as they keep developing and keep kind of honing their craft and mastering their craft, then they'll be able to kind of get all this stuff worked out a little better. Secondly, the replays, the online instant replays is a really good touch. That's something that I've personally been requesting in videos forever. So it's just a plus that they added it here. There is a setting that if you guys both don't have it unlocked, then you guys can't use it. Like if one person doesn't have it on, then both of you can't use it. But I do think it defaults to having it on automatically because I haven't ran into that issue just yet. So I think that's a really nice touch. Online instant replays, really nice touch. Very small in the grand scheme of things that they should have fixed. But again, it's a plus. It steps in the right direction. So in terms of positives, I would say that's really the most of it. The major one being hit registration is a lot better. That I can't deny. I don't think anybody can really deny that. But negatives. The blocking was one of the things that they touched on and they harped on, and they said they kind of overhauled the blocking. And what they did was, if an opponent holds the right trigger too long and he's taking incoming damage, then the block health is going to deteriorate at a faster rate, which will leave them defenseless at some point. Now, from my personal experience playing on stream, playing off stream, and just playing online in general, I have not seen that to be super accurate. I feel like sometimes someone is just only holding the right trigger. It's very inconsistent. I fight people who only hold the right trigger, take in massive amounts of incoming punches, and their block doesn't deteriorate unless I'm throwing power punches. And then there's other people who deteriorate my block, and I walk around with my hands down most of the time. I only block when I need to. And I feel like after 2-3 punches, my block meter is dead, gone, completely. So it's very inconsistent. Here is a way that you can get rid of this blocking issue forever. So SCI, if you're listening, if you got somebody there watching this video, I'm not going to give you any guide. I'm not cursing in this video. This is going to be clean, right? It's completely acceptable. If you're watching this video, just listen to the advice. You guys have 6-axis blocking already designed in the game. It's not something new that you need to do. It's not something new that you need to develop. It's not something that you need to really work on. right? It works. Unlock 6-axis blocking, remove block health meter, and make it to where if I am blocking a side successfully, then I block the punch. Simple. Doesn't matter how many times, if my hands are up blocking my right side and I'm blocking this hook, it doesn't matter how many times you throw this left hook to this side, it's going to be blocked because my defense is in the correct position. Now, I was discussing this online on stream with some viewers. For the high guard, it should be distance. It should be based off distance. If we are at a medium range distance and you try to throw a hook, right, and my high guard is up, and you hit my forearm or my elbow or the glove because you are slightly out of range, that should be a blocked punch. And the only effective strikes should come down the pipe, or up the guard with uppercuts. That should be the only asterisks or kind of the only way shots get through, right? But if you do have the high guard up and we are at a closer range and I'm throwing hooks, then the hooks should 100% come around the guard, because now I am in close enough range to determine that I have to extend my hook a little more or keep it tighter. That's how defense should be in this game. If I am blocking a side and it blocks the punch, don't penalize me for correctly defending. That's what I feel the game does right now with the automatic blocking, right? It's only you block high or low. If you're blocking high and your hands are up, some of those punches still get through the guard because you don't have full control of where those punches are being defended from, right? You're just holding the right trigger. And if your character or if the opponent throws a hook and then you're just stuck in high guard, sometimes that'll go through. But if it's a hook this way, I should be able to defend it fully and not get hit. So these are basic changes that you can make. Changes. You don't have to design a whole new system because you've already got it in the game. So just unlock it and make that the primary defense. Get rid of block health so no one is spamming, trying to break it down. I would say power punching is the only thing that could really break down a guard, right? But if you're just throwing standard shots, a regular basic high guard should be able to defend those. And that's just kind of it in terms of defense. Because you guys nerfed the blocking, but did not increase the ability to move your head. So what is the best way to defend yourself now? Run. To run away. Right? My block meter now no longer works as well as it did before, but I also cannot move my head and slip out the way of things besides the back. The back lean is the only one that's really super effective. But in terms of other, like slipping left, slipping on the inside of punches or on the outside of punches, not super effective unless your opponent's being very, very predictable. But the tracking is so good on the punches that like when you go to slip, you still get hit by stuff. So you gotta buff the head movement. Just like Martial Mind mentioned in videos fucking a couple months back. You gotta buff the head movement if you want blocking and defense to improve. Right now you nerfed the blocking completely and I can't defend moving my head. So you're not giving me many options. So I think moving forward, unlock 6-axis blocking. You gotta clean up the what do you call it? Desync is still there. That's got to get cleaned up a little bit. Here's another positive though that let me throw another positive here. I know I'm harping on it a bit. Movement of the characters I think is much improved. Before, I felt like you couldn't really, if you moved forward, your boxer was either all the way or not at all. Now you can kind of step into range, step out of range a little bit. I feel like I have more control over my boxer's movements in the ring as opposed to the build before. Now when I move the stick forward, I can walk at the pace that I choose. The more I push it forward, the faster he gets. The slower I get, the slower the boxer moves. And I think that's the way it should be done. Loma's the only exception. Loma, it does not work that way with Loma. Loma is, no matter how far you push that stick, he's slow as fuck, unless you're in loose movement. But I've had on stream, live on stream, many moments where I'm stuck in the mud with Loma. He literally cannot move his feet at certain points, and I'll try to insert some clips here.
Oh my god, bro, the spam is crazy. Back up, back up, back up, back up. I can't move, I'm stuck.
But in terms of the update, I think it is a step in the right direction, minus the charging people for DLC, minus the block not working. Oh my god, queue times as well. Queue times are ridiculously long. I'm waiting in between 5 to 10 minutes. And if I'm streaming and it's happened on stream multiple times, I'm waiting 5 minutes in one queue. I back out, go to another weight class, wait another 5 minutes, and it doesn't work. I have to restart, close the app, and then restart it to start getting matches online. So that's something else that needs to be course corrected immediately. Immediately, if you want this game to succeed, because no one's going to sit there and wait 5 to 10 minutes for a match. For a match that doesn't work properly. You got to keep that in mind, guys. This game is not functioning the way it's designed to function. It's functioning subpar. It needs to function above and beyond. And again, it's very disgraceful that they even charged you for the DLC knowing the state of the game. That's my biggest contention with this update. I think that's the biggest negative for me personally, right? I say this all the time. I am personally in sales, and you have to treat the consumer with respect. If they say no, or if they have an issue with the product, you don't try to shove more product down their throat. And that's what SEI is doing right now by charging people $20. They had the consciousness and the awareness the first time to at least discount it $5. But now they are, not hiding anything. We want your money and all of it, so just give it to us, and you can wait for the game to be fixed. Shit like that pisses me off. But that's pretty much my thoughts on this this update. Undisputed needs to get their stuff together, because there is a lot of competition on the rise. A lot of people making boxing games. EA's rumored to make a boxing game, and a lot of indie companies making their own boxing games as well. It doesn't matter how much money you pump into those. If those video games work, they don't have to look as good. They don't need a shiny coat of paint over it. If they work and the mechanics are functional and the game works as marketed to the consumer, the customer will buy it 24 times or 24/7, excuse me, 100 times out of 100. So, Undisputed, you got a lot of competition coming. So, are you able to fix your game? That's something that we're gonna have to find out in due time. So we'll see. And I'm gonna be along for the ride. I'll stick with Undisputed because they are taking steps in the right direction. And hopefully they just continue to improve the game. So I'll be here as long as this game is moving forward. I'll be here. And on that note, man, you already know I love you. Jesus Christ loves you. God bless you all. Peace.